What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, your man, back at it with another video. And today we're doing yet another toxic tier list ranking. Oh yeah. And today we're doing a tier list ranking of all the 2025 movies and ranking them from excitement. But before we get into actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, also maybe help with the YouTube algorithm, recommend video more people, maybe they could join that toxic fam. And do feel free to comment your list down below. But that being said, guys, let's go into before we go into here are the tiers I have. So I have the Give It To Me Now at the top, and I'm doing a tier list ranking, by the way, of all the 2025 films. I'm ranking them by excitement. And Give It To Me Now means I want to see that film right now. I can't wait to see it. Excited to check it out means I'm still really excited to check it out, but I can wait. Toxic excitement means I'm expecting it to be good, and I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not expecting anything spectacular about it. I'm intrigued means there's aspects of it that seem kind of interesting that I'm excited to check out, but overall I'm not really excited to check it out. I'm intrigued by it. I guess I'll see it means I'll just see it for the channel. I'll just see it for the channel. It's like, okay, I'll go and see it, I guess. What is that means I have no clue what that is. So, and then no toxic interest means I am not excited to see that, and I might not even see that. Alright, so first up on this list, we have Saw 11, I believe, which this might not even come out this year. So, I've watched the first two Saw movies. I haven't watched any of the other sequels past that, but I've heard great things about Saw X, which came out like 2 years ago now. And I'm intrigued by it because I heard like people say Saw X was like the best out of the whole entire Saw franchise. So I'm definitely intrigued to check it out, and I really enjoyed the first two Saw movies, so maybe this can be bring something similar to the table, like those first two films in Saw X. So yeah, I'll put that there, because I've only seen the first two films and not any others in the franchise. I'm intrigued. Next, we have Mortal Kombat 2. I have not seen the video game movie that came out 2021, the first Mortal Kombat movie that this is a sequel based off of. But I'm intrigued by this one too. I'm intrigued by this one as well, because I heard, even though it was pretty mixed things about the whole entire Mortal Kombat movie, I heard some people liked it, and then I heard some people not like it, but from the movie trailers, it does look good, and I think this one could be good too, because I'm pretty sure they're adding, what's that character's name? Nick Cage, what's the character's name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Johnny Cage, I think that's what the character's name is, and he's getting played by Carl Urban, I'm pretty sure. He's getting played by a very popular actor, so I'm excited to check that out, because I do think that character is quite cool. So I'll put that at the top of I'm intrigued. Next up, we have Avatar, Fire and Ash, and Toxic Excitement. I'll put it there, because I'm expecting it to be good. I'm not expecting it to be, like, great or anything, because, don't get me wrong, I think the first Avatar is good, and I think the second Avatar is really great, and it's very intriguing for this time around to focus on a tribe that involves fire. I'm very intrigued by that, and James Cameron actually, no, I'm excited to check it out. I'm excited to check it out, because it took a little bit for the sequel to come out, so yeah, definitely intrigued by that. Next up, we have Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, I'm pretty sure, and I'm excited to check it out as well. From the cast, it looks really good. Guillermo del Toro, all the movies and TV shows I've seen from him, he always delivers and has a very unique style. So, and him doing the Frankenstein story, I think, also hooks me in, because I think he can add a really unique sort of thing with it, a unique twist on the Frankenstein lore. So I'll put that, and I'm excited to check it out too. Next up, we have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And if you watch my list, you know, Give it to me now. That is like on my top 5 most anticipated movies of the year list. It is my second most anticipated movie of the year. I love the Mission Impossible franchise. Even though not a whole lot of people like 2, I still love 2 too. And all the rest of the movies are awesome too. And this one, I have no doubt, will be still great. This is gonna be the final film in the franchise. I'm sad to see it end because I love all these movies. So, yeah, I'm excited to check it out. So I'm gonna go give it to me now because it comes out May. So I'm excited to check it out. The Death of a Unicorn. So this is a trailer that came out a few weeks back, and I heard before that the like little plot details and stuff in the cast, and the cast kept me interested. And from the first trailer, it does seem kind of interesting. So I'm intrigued by Death of a Unicorn. This one you have Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd and a couple other people in there. And it seems quite interesting. And A24 does have quite a few interesting films in their filmography. So I'm excited. I'm intrigued. Next up, we have Captain America Brave New World. And this one's a tough one for me to say, but I'm intrigued right now because I would put it in toxic excitement, but the movie had early test screenings and the movie did terribly. So they reshot the film and did a bunch of reshoots and stuff. So that kind of makes it a little less exciting for me because, are they going to make it really better than those early test screenings? So I don't know if this movie will be good or not. I'm excited for it because it seems like a political thriller, and I'm excited to see Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross in the Red Hulk. So I'm putting that, and I'm intrigued. It would have went in toxic excitement, if it wasn't for those early test screenings and how bad supposedly the movie was. So I'll put it there. Next up, we got Until Dawn. So I played a little of the first Until Dawn game, and this one I'm intrigued to check it out too. I hate to use the same category every single time, but I think that the whole entire Until Dawn mystery is deserving of a whole entire film. So hopefully they bring Rami Malek from the games into the movie. That would be cool. I'm definitely intrigued with where they're going to take the story. So, yeah, I'm very interested in that. Final Destination Bloodlines. This one's a tough one for me because you guys know I love the first 2 Final Destination movies, and I have a lot of fun with 3. 4 and 5 I still have not seen yet, but I've heard crap things about 4, and I heard 5 was actually quite decent. And this one I'm intrigued by. Again, I hate to use the same category, but my reason is just the Bloodlines title. Usually, for those in the horror community, when a franchise has a movie called Bloodlines, usually that is terrible or is not good. So, I'm a little nervous with the whole entire Bloodlines title, but I'm excited to see some more new unique kills, like the whole entire balance beam kill from the 5th movie. You also had the tanning bed from the 3rd one, and you had the whole entire log truck from the 2nd one, which makes us super scared of those log trucks in real life since watching Final Destination 2. I wonder what new kills they're going to introduce where you go like, oh, I'm not looking at that thing, the same thing again. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm saying basically, I wonder what kill they're going to make me go, oh, I'm not looking at those things the same again. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put that there. Even though I'm kind of excited to check it out. I'm a little hesitant about the Bloodlines little title. Marching Powder, I have no clue what this is, so I'll put it in what is that. I don't know what it is. That seems like something to do with cocaine or some sort of drug. I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know what? No. I'm moving Final Destination Bloodlines into Toxic Excitement because I am excited for that, even though with the Bloodlines title. And as for I Know What You Did Last Summer, I'm going to put it in I'm intrigued because this is bringing the legacy cast back with Vanessa Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., bringing them 2 back and totally ignoring the 3rd film, which I have not seen, but I heard terrible things. But I love the first I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a it's a fun little horror movie, and also the second one I have a fun time with too, while fully acknowledging it's not like a great or really good movie. So this one, I'm glad they're bringing the old cast back, and I'm very intrigued to see this one. Hopefully they release it for the July. Next up, we have F1. So this kind of... I saw the trailer for this in theaters not too long ago, and they haven't really played it since. It kind of has the same vibes as Gran Turismo, so I'll put it in I'll guess I'll see it. It just seems very reminiscent of other sports racing movies, so I'm not too excited for it, so I'll put it there. And yeah. Happy Gilmore 2. I guess I'll see it. It is a little odd that they're doing a Happy Gilmore 2 sequel now. I am a little bit more intrigued since this is a straight-to-Netflix film, and for the most part, recently, Netflix, for doing straight-to-Netflix sequels of other films, they've been pretty decent so far with the Wallace and Gromit movie and Beverly Hills Cop, so this one, I think, could also be, maybe good, but also I'm still a little hesitant at the same time. Even though this one does have MJF in it, which I'm glad to see him as an AEW fan. So, yeah, I'm gonna put that, I guess I'll see it. I'll put F1 a little bit more above it, because F1 I feel as if it has more of a strong chance of becoming a better movie. Next up, we have How to Train Your Dragon live-action remake, and I will put this in the I'm intrigued category. I think the first trailer was great, but I only had one problem with it, and I hope the movie isn't like that. But from the trailers, they made the film look as if it's a shot-for-shot remake, and I think shot-for-shot remakes are pointless. If you know, you know. I'm not a big fan of the Lion King 2019 live-action remake, besides one scene. Everything else is basically shot for shot, and if this is a shot for shot remake, I'm not gonna be happy about that. But from the first trailer, it does look good, and I do really like the cast. You have Nika Parker in here from The Last of Us, and you also have Finney from the Black Phone, which I love the Black Phone, and I'm glad to see him in another film. So I'm putting in How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm intrigued. I just hope it's not a shot for shot remake. Excuse me, I got to blow my nose. Yeah, usually I gotta blow my nose every once in a while because I talk a lot for these videos. Alright. Next up, we have The Bride. So this is supposedly The Bride of Frankenstein, a version of The Bride of Frankenstein, and I'll check it out. I don't know if The Bride of Frankenstein can have... I don't know how to say this. It seems as if The Bride of Frankenstein is going to have her own movie, which I don't know if that will be good or not, because we haven't had really a Bride of Frankenstein movie with just the bride. There has always been a Frankenstein in there. So I don't know what they can possibly do. So I guess I'll see it, to see what they do differently with the Bride of Frankenstein storyline. Next up, we got Novocaine, and I had no clue what this is until I watched the trailer for this for Kraven the Hunter, and man, I'm excited for this one. This one seems like a lot of fun. So the main story you got in here is you have Jack Quaid in here, where he has this little ability where he can't feel pain at all. And from the first trailer, it looks awesome. There's a point in the trailer where he puts his hand in what's that called, in a fryer to grab a gun, and he grabs it and doesn't even feel anything to shoot a bad guy, and it looks like it could be a lot of fun. So I'm putting it there. I'm excited for Novocaine. Tron Ares. I'm actually quite excited for this one. I'm putting this in toxic excitement. Because I like the cast so far, even though it is a little odd, I will admit, where you have Jared Leto as the main character, but you have Evan Peters as the villain, which I think Evan Peters can pull off the villain, but I feel as if those two should have switched. I don't know why. But Tron Legacy, I've seen multiple occasions, and I think that movie's great. I love the soundtrack by Daft Punk. I believe Daft Punk are coming back for the sequel, which I'm very excited for. I think the movie's going to be very beautiful to look at, like Tron Legacy. And I've never watched the first Tron fully, but I'm excited for them to continue off of the Tron world, especially the movie visiting Disney World and riding the Tron ride twice for the first time. I got a little bit more excited for this one. So yeah, I'm putting that one in toxic excitement. Next up, we got Michael. Oh wait, this is the Michael Jackson movie. I was going, what's Michael? And yeah, it's the Michael Jackson movie. I'm intrigued. Biopics usually are quite good, and quite solid, but, I'm very curious if they're gonna actually, talk about all the controversies with Michael Jackson, of course. If you know, you know. It has his cousin, nephew, cousin, I don't know, some sort of family member playing him in this film. So, and the first trailer dropped at a sort of CinemaCon or whatever, and people got to see it early to get first impressions of the movie. And supposedly the first trailer was great. So I'm intrigued to check this one out. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I hate to put it in the same category. Mickey 17. Okay, this movie looks as if it's going to be really weird, but I'm excited to check it out. Yeah, there we go. I'm excited to check it out because it does seem as if it's going to be a really, really weird sci-fi movie. You have Robert Pattinson in here playing multiple versions of himself, and he, from the first trailer, it does, as I said before, look like a lot of fun. He has this little voice that he does for the characters that I think is interesting. You got Mark Ruffalo in here as well, along with others too. So, yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'll put that there too. Sinners, I'm really excited to check out too. From the first trailer, they didn't reveal much, which I'm glad when trailers do that. And this is a vampire film with two versions of Michael B. Jordan where they're twins. Also has Haley Steinfeld in it, which immediately grabs my attention. I love vampire and werewolf movies, so this seems as if it could be another great addition to that pile. And I like the director a lot as well. So, yeah, I'm putting that in excited to check it out. At the top of excited to check it out. Next up, we have Now You See Me 3. Is this actually coming out this year? I don't know if it is. The first Now You See Me, I think, is okay. I actually enjoyed the second one a lot more. But, I'm intrigued. They're not the best franchise, but they're decent little magician heist movies. So I'm just expecting more of that from the newest film. So I'll put that there. Last Breath. I guess I'll see it. This is a film based on the true story of a diver, supposedly. I've seen the trailer a few times. The diver basically goes to the bottom of the ocean in this little oil district, and people are trying to save him. So, it could, I guess I'll see it, even though it's probably going to be a film that I kind of seen before. It kind of feels as if it's going to be very similar to, Deepwater Horizon, so, yeah. Next up, we have The Bad Guys 2. Honestly, no toxic interest. I really enjoy the first Bad Guys, but as for this one, I'm not too excited for it. I don't really think The Bad Guys needed a second movie in theaters. I'm pretty sure, honestly, this one's gonna probably bomb, unfortunately. I'm not really interested in this one. I'm sorry, I'm putting it there. Next up, we got The Black Phone 2. And The Black Phone 2, I am excited to check it out as well, because I loved The Black Phone from 2022. That was easily my top 5 of that year, I believe. And I'm expecting no more from this one. Scott Derrickson is returning to direct, I believe. I'm very curious what they're going to do with the storyline now, since in the spoiler alert for the first Black Phone, the grabber kind of dies at the end of it. So it's just, or appears to be dead. So I wonder if they're going to tackle a ghost maybe, or they're going to tackle, oh, he's still alive somehow, or they're going to have Finney get possessed or someone else get possessed and try to kill Finney or whatever. I'm very curious because there's a lot of interesting ways this story can go. So I'll put that and excited to check it out. I'm really excited for the Black Phone too. Yeah, if I got a little bit more information about what the plot was, I'd probably put it in, give it to me now. But no. You're cordially invited. I cannot speak. What is that? That has Will Ferrell in it. So, Will Ferrell, don't get me wrong, I know hate on the guy or whatever, but most of his, I don't know, his humor is not really the only thing I've seen of his that I've liked his humor in it is Elf, even though, I don't love the movie. I think it's really good. I just don't love it, but Will Ferrell is hit or miss with me with his comedy. God blow my nose. Yeah. Excuse me. Next up, we have Lilo and Stitch. I hate to be a broken record, but it goes in Toxic Intrigue again. Because, again, the same sort of thing with How to Train Your Dragon. We haven't well, not quite. We still haven't got a full-length trailer of the Lilo and Stitch movie yet. So that might change my opinion on the movie. But I don't know, it feels as if it could maybe be a shot-for-shot remake from the teasers. I don't know if it will be or not, but I'm intrigued to check it out. It's just, I haven't got a full-length trailer yet, and if the full-length trailer is a shot-for-shot remake, I'll still keep it here, because, or appears to be, so, yeah. The Gorge. I believe this is a horror movie coming out. I don't really know much about it, so I'm intrigued, because horror and action are tied for my, favorite genres, so this one, yeah, I'll put that there. Minecraft movie. Don't get me wrong, the first trailer was very bad. But, I mean, maybe it can be a lot better than the trailers seem to be. I don't know. So, that's why I put it in there. It might be blasphemy to put Bad Guys 2 and No Toxic Interest and put this in I Guess I'll See It. But it's just, I don't know if the movie will be as bad as the trailer seems, so I'll put it there. Next up, we got Popeye the Slayer Man instead of the Sailor Man. So this is another public domain horror movie based off of course, the classic animated character Popeye. And for the public domain movies based off of, classic animated characters, this one, I from the first few trailers, it does seem as if it could be fun bad, so I'm intrigued, because, and I think Popeye is more, I feel as if he's the one public domain figure where, a horror film for him, that kind of makes sense, and I can see where they're going with that, unlike Mickey Mouse and, Winnie the Pooh and stuff. Even though Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey 2 actually surprised me, and I liked that movie. So, I'll put that there. I'm taking a drink of water. Alright. Next up, we have, there's a new Batman animated movie coming out. Batman, Cobra, I can't read that. What does that say? Let me see. I gotta zoom in here. Batman Clash of Empires. So, an animated film, I guess I'll see it, because DC's animated filmography mostly is quite solid, so maybe it could be good. I had no clue it was even coming out, so I'll put that there. Wake Up Dead Man. So this is the next film in the Glass Onion / Knives Out franchise, and I'm excited for it. I'm putting it in toxic excitement. The cast, I will admit, is not too... I would have to look at it again, but I feel as if it maybe had the weakest cast of characters that I don't really... weakest cast of actors that I'm not too familiar with, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be another solid murder mystery. And, yeah, I'm excited to check it out too because I love Glass Onion and Knives Out. So I'll put that there. Next up, we got The Electric State, and I has the trailer fully dropped yet? I don't know. This is a straight to Netflix original, has Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt in it, and I guess I'll see it. From the first logo, it looks interesting, and from the behind the scenes photos, it does look interesting. However, I don't know if it will be a good straight to Netflix film or not, so I'll put it there. Next up, we got The Ballerina. And The Ballerina, I guess I'll see it too. To be honest, they've been just shoveling out a bunch of different John Wick spin-offs that I've kind of got a little tired of it. Don't get me wrong, not all of them has released yet, but they've been announcing a lot of stuff. And I started watching The Continental not too long ago, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it, so this one has Ana de Armas in it and has Keanu Reeves coming back as John Wick for flashback sequences. So that at least has me intrigued because John Wick's coming back. And I'm pretty sure the action will be great, no doubt. It's just I'm a little tired of the John Wick spin-offs getting announced. Sorry, I got blow my nose again. Okay, and I also gotta take a drink of water again. Whoopsies. Dang, we still got a lot to go through. Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm intrigued. Again, I hate to be a broken record. There's way too many in this category, but Jurassic World Rebirth, I'm intrigued by. It's just why I can't put it higher is just because the last two films were lackluster. I didn't overall think Dominion was bad. I thought it was just okay. But Fallen Kingdom, man, that I thought was terrible, unfortunately. It's watchably terrible, but still, it was a major step down for me. And as for this one, I think the cast looks pretty good. You have Scarlett Johansson as the new lead for this new supposed trilogy. I like the director a lot, and I like all the other cast members a lot. So, and this is supposedly going to be more smaller scale, where it's going to be secluded in a town with this whole entire Jurassic project. So that intrigues me quite a bit. However, I don't know. Just the last two Jurassic films have been disappointing. That's why I can't really put it higher, unfortunately. So, and because it has that bad taste in my mouth. Five Nights at Freddy's 2! Come on, keep on moving. Toxic Excitement for that. I'm aware it's probably just going to be a good movie. I'm not expecting a great movie, but I'm excited to check this one out because I thought the first Five Nights at Freddy's was really good. I gave it a B+. And this one, I think, is going to be really good too, hopefully. They're bringing Piper Rubio as Abby back and Josh Hutcherson as Mike back, which I'm glad they did because I liked those two characters quite a bit from the first film. This time around, there might focus on some centric backstories with Matthew Lillard as William Afton, which I'm glad to see those flashback sequences. And they're gonna, from what it appears to be, it's gonna be a mixture of the second game and the third game, because for those who do not know, the second game is actually a prequel to the first game. So it going back and forth between that is kind of interesting. So I'm putting that in Toxic Excitement. Next up, we have the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts, I am keep on going. Excited to check it out. You know, it was on my top 5 most anticipated films of the year list. And I'm excited to check it out too. I think all the cast looks like they're going to bounce off each other quite well from the first trailer. And the movie looks as if it's a lot of fun, and seems as if the movie should have been it seems as if it should have been the movie that the Suicide Squad 2016 should have been. And also this might introduce Sentry, which I'm excited to see him in the MCU. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in excited, excited to check it out. I cannot speak. I've been talking a long time. Gotta take a drink of water and blow my nose again. All right. Next up, we have Megan 2.0, and supposedly this could possibly be a Terminator 2 Judgment Day situation where Megan actually turns out to be the protector and ends up being a good guy. So, you know what? I thought the first Megan was solid, so I'll put this in Toxic Excitement too. I think it's going to be another solid film in this franchise, and I wouldn't mind seeing more, hopefully, if this actually ends up going well. So I'll go with that. Fantastic Four First Steps, we already know where this is going. Fantastic Four First Steps for me easily is Give It To Me Now. I love the cast for this film so far. I'm glad the Fantastic Four are finally coming to the MCU. And I love the idea of a 60s futuristic aesthetic for the movie, so that immediately grabs my attention. And I feel as if this could be the first Fantastic Four movie that's awesome. That's great. Hopefully it delivers on that promise. Because, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love the two Chris Evans Fantastic Four movies. Well, not love, but I really like the first Fantastic Four Chris Evans movie, and I think the second one's okay. But Fantastic, man, that was garbage. So hopefully this is not a terrible one. The Naked Gun. I haven't seen any of the Naked Gun movies before, so I'll put it and guess I'll see it. I just haven't seen that franchise yet, so I'll probably see it because it is a big release. Next up, we got The Legend of Ochi, and this is a movie that kind of seems on the same lines as E.T. and Iron Robot, where you got this cute little creature and stuff. And it seems cute enough. I'm intrigued to check it out. Hopefully it will deliver. So, yeah. Next up, we got Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. So, originally, I wasn't too excited I wasn't too excited for this film. And when I saw that first trailer, it looked like, wow, this could be actually the first film that is, like, really good from this first trailer. I'm not getting my hopes too high up, but from the trailers, it looks quite solid, and from the early reactions, supposedly, it's pretty decent, supposedly. So, I'm intrigued to check this one out, and the guy that voices Peter Pan does seem seems like he's given a unique voice for the character. Anyways, I've been talking too long. Next up we have Anaconda. So it's funny, on Jack Black or Paul Rudd's Instagram, they released a thing saying, oh, we're making a new Anaconda movie for 2025, and it was just the most random cast of all time. Jack Black and Paul Rudd, that is an intriguing duo. However, the Anaconda franchise does not have the best record, even though the first film is guilty pleasure. I'm gonna put it in, I guess I'll see it. It'll probably be a very funny take on the Anaconda franchise. So, we'll just see what it is. Predator Badlands. Also, honestly, I should have probably thought about my my most anticipated list, and I probably would have put this on there too. I can't wait for Predator Badlands. I loved Prey, and this one is kind of on the same lines as Prey. This time around, you have two twin sisters that are played by Elle Fanning, which I think is interesting. And this time around, it's going to be in the distant future, which I'm intrigued to check that one out, because we haven't really got a Predator in a distant future yet. So I'll put that there. I need to blow my nose again. Crap. Okay. Next up, we have Leigh Whannell's Wolfman, and I've been waiting for this to come out, honestly. I've been waiting. Wait, where'd it go? Wolfman, where'd you go? Oh, there it is. I'm putting that one and Give It To Me Now, because I've been highly anticipating for that movie to come out, because I love Leigh Whannell and what he's done with the Invisible Man movie. And this one seems as if he can deliver a really interesting remake of The Wolfman. So I'm excited to check that one out too quite a bit. So I'm putting that in Give It To Me Now. I'm really excited for that. And it comes out like in 2 weeks or so. So I'm excited to check it out. Next up we have 28 Years Later. 28 Years Later, even though I haven't watched the first two 28 movies, the first two 28 movies, I'm excited to check it out. It seems as if it could be a really, really solid zombie movie. And Aaron Taylor Johnson's in this one. So, yeah, I'm excited to check it out. And I think that first trailer was great. Next up, we have Screamboat. I'll put it at the toxic interest because at least this one seems more creative than Mousetrap, and they actually have a very tiny Mickey Mouse killing people and stuff. However, I don't think it will be a good movie, so I'll put it at the top of no toxic interest because Mousetrap was terrible from last year. Nobody 2, I haven't seen the first Nobody, but I'll put this one in. I'm intrigued. I think it could be a really solid action film, so I'll put that there. Karate Kid Legends, I will put in, where is it? Toxic Excitement. I'm expecting it to be a good film. I'm not expecting it to be a great film, and it would be cool to see that, actually be a great film. And they're bringing Jackie Chan back as Mr. Han, and they're making the Jaden Smith movie canon, which I think that movie is really underrated. So I'm glad that's in the same universe. And they also have Ralph Macchio coming back as Daniel LaRusso, so training this new Karate Kid. So yeah, I'm excited to check this someone out as well. Next up, we got Snow White. No toxic intrigue. It could end up being good, maybe. And to its credit, it does seem a little bit more different from the original tale. However, I'm not really intrigued for this one. Gal Gadot as Evil Queen seems like a good choice. And Rachel Zegler does seem like a good choice as Snow White. However, the first trailer just it didn't really look that good, so I'll put it there. Next up, we got Superman. And Superman, for me, goes right up into Give It to Me Now. And that is my most anticipated of the whole entire year. After that first trailer, originally I went into the movie very skeptical because of what happened to Henry Cavill, and I love Man of Steel. So when the first trailer dropped, it blew me away and it surprised the heck out of me. I've rewatched the trailer quite a few times after seeing it, and the first time, and I get excited every single more time that I watch the trailer. So I think Nicholas Hoult is a perfect casting for Lex Luthor. He's going to knock it out of the park. David Cornsweet seems like he's going to be a phenomenal Superman. Can't wait for this film. Give it to me now. Next up, we have Batman Ninja versus, what's that say? Yakuza League. I think this is another animated DC Batman film. I'll put it here. I guess I'll see it because as I said before with the last Batman animated movie, DC's animated track record is actually pretty solid, so I'll put it there. Next up, we have the Battle of Bacton Cross. I have no clue what that is, so I'll put that as, what is that? Zootopia 2. I'm excited for it. I just don't... I just hope it's not a disappointment like Moana 2 was. If it's on the same level of Inside Out 2, I'm happily excited to see the movie. However, it's just... I was let down by Moana 2, so that's why it doesn't go higher. So, because I'm a little hesitant while still being very excited at the same time. Warfare, I have no clue what this is. Probably an action movie, which I'll probably check out if it is an action movie. So, Wicked Part 2, I'm intrigued. I was actually really surprised by the first Wicked. I thought it was really, really good. So, hopefully this one will be really, really good as well. And then finally, we have Elio. And Elio, I'll put in, I guess I'll see it. From Pixar's new films, this probably is my least anticipated, but it could be good. Maybe, who knows? It seems Pixar usually pulls off these really dumb concepts well and make them genius. Like, oh, a rat that can cook from Ratatouille. That is like such a stupid plot line, but they actually make it work and make it an amazing movie. And maybe they could do that here with this storyline where a kid ends up meeting a bunch of aliens. So, yeah, I'll put it there. But with that being said, guys, that is just my tier list ranking of all the 2025 movies ranked by excitement. Be sure to let me know your list down below. And with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.